publish or perish, to patent, publish and prosper, basically. So, actually we created US patents. Very frankly, what happened was in 1991, 3 of them were licensed for close to $1 million to the leader in the field. And who did that? The same people were just doing import substitution and copying. They were the ones, once you set those targets. So it is, the second message I have is about target setting. The same people who are doing only incremental stuff, etc., give them targets, basically, and they will jump and they will achieve. And therefore, this book also shows as to how giving a grand challenge, for example, within MIT, we should have separate funds, basically, small funds, doesn't matter, for just proof of concept, where out-of-the-box ideas are supported. I'll give you my personal experience, which I have also captured here. In NCL, because see, normally our tendency is that somebody goes, does postdoc in Germany, comes back and continues that work incrementally. Am I right? Adding something to what the other fellow has done. So we don't open our sort of own windows. We look through windows which others have created. Somebody gets a breakthrough in carbon nanotubes, we are all on carbon nanotubes. Bednos-Müller get a breakthrough in superconductivity, we are all on superconductivity. Somebody discovers graphene, we are all on graphene. Okay? And then we have our usual excuse that because we don't have funds, we don't have... nonsense. How was graphene discovered? You had a scotch tape, you put a graphite, you put another scotch tape, and then Russian postdoc just folded it, unfolded it 100 times and found graphite. I mean, you all know the story. How much does a scotch tape and a graphite cost? It's all up here. So I think challenging our young people on sort of creating, I mean, we are looking at climate change, all right. To me, climate change and inequalities are the two of the greatest challenges that we have. Now for climate change, we require breakthrough solutions, basically. It requires pole vaulting.
Correct.
Because we are way behind sort of targets. We require game-changing, disruptive ideas. Maybe there is sunlight, there is seawater, there is a magic catalyst, and at room temperature we are converting into atoms. And it looks like a dream. Or real low-temperature superconductor. See, Bednos-Müller, finally, they work with transition metal oxides which are not supposed to be superconductors. But they tried them for that, So how do you induce our young people to take risks? So my own experiments I will tell you. In NCL, I created a kite flying fund, which was just 1% of my budget. And I kept it, and I said, out of the box ideas, chance of success may be 1 in 100, I don't care. I will support. And there was a huge competition, right? They had to be really unusual. That means normally when we do research, we can always ask, so what? That's why I said, you have a sea and you put one more bucket of water, kuch farak nahi padne wala. But unless you create waves. And it's amazing the atmosphere changed because people said this crazy director is supporting failure. Supporting failure. Because when you say 1 in 100, that means 99% you are going to fail, basically. And it created wonders. Actually, there was a breakthrough paper in science by V.R. Chaudhary, etc., which came very unusual idea. Then when I came to CSR, I couldn't call it kite flying firm because Parliament is just 1 kilometer away. वो कहेंगे कि public funding is being used for kite flying, and she would remember. So I created what is called a new idea fund. Again, similar context. Dr. Chandra Mohan, I still remember, he had 2 US patents on spin computing. Way ahead of his time. But what happened? That is an invention, right? Not innovation, because you require an ecosystem. Yes. Then, at a national level, I created New Millennium Indian Technology Leadership Initiative, public-private partnership, where private sector will get where private sector will get money at 0% limitly, at 0% interest, and of course, when it went to cabinet, it became 3%. Well, see, what happened, I was not there in the meeting, and Arun Jaitley told me that Atalji was discussing, and then limitly came up, and then somebody said, no, it can't be 0%. Then he looked around, so kitna hona chahiye? And Arun Jaitley did like this, and it became 3%. But at that time, it was 9%, by the way, so it was still low. And we gave grand challenges, like tuberculosis gets cured in 6 to 8 months. Can we do it in 2 months? क्योंकि 8 महीने tablets, गरीब जो होते हैं, I mean, as soon as they start feeling better, they stop, and that is when resistant TB comes. And we got a breakthrough. We had a new molecule, as a matter of fact. After rifampicin, the first one, 1963, it failed in phase 2. That's a different matter altogether. But the country which are just copying molecules could create new molecules with a sort of idea. So that was the sort of kind of a national level program and so on. So NCL, CSR, national level, in each case, the funds were not much. For example, this Nimitli fund was just 50 crore, basically, and for the new idea, 1 or 2 crore. Of that order, not much in NCL even
maybe
smaller.
some idea, successful idea can bring a lot of...
So supposing we say what are the grand challenges? What are the grand challenges? Okay? And reserve small amount of fund for that, basically, where you say, I don't care whether you fail or not. And the fail definition is what I gave today. First attempt in learning, basically. Chalega. You'll be surprised once you free the mind, of people, the way they are able to think and come out of sort of...
They should not be afraid of failures.
Yes. So I think these are the kinds of things we can do. So assured is on one side to make sure that invention becomes an innovation and in the field.
That is all.
I think now you have heard a lot of success mantras. Any question in this regard further so that any...
No, one more thing I will mention,
Please,
then we can
correct.
The third point I'd like to make is the model. I'm, by the way, giving examples only from my book of life. I'm not giving you any textbook, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So the third that I would say is a sort of model. At Monash University, I am Sir Louis Matheson Distinguished Professor. And
13 years in a row, record.
Yeah, this is the 13th.
I think clap for this.
So every April I'm there and I give 3 lectures on innovation. That's all. They don't ask me to do anything else. Otherwise I do things like this book would not have been written if I was not having that 1 month of...
Right.
Yeah. So Monash and IIT Bombay, we decided to create a research academy. And what we did was that we wanted complete freedom from the government. So we created it as a Section 25 company. Now, of course, Section 8. So that we had freedom. So the fundamental question I asked was the following. That if there is a lower middle class family and their son or daughter graduates out, basically, they will get certain salary if they go to industry. Okay? Supposing we create fellowship which matches that salary. Look at the way the parents will think. The parents will think anyway, that much money is going to come because they need that money, but at the same time you will get PhD. So what we did was that because no government restrictions, we just jumped to the initial starting salary of services. And IIT graduates, which were not joining IIT for PhD, by the way, they would be going abroad, started because you have to get the best of money.
Right.
And the second thing that we did was, there are problems that researchers take which can be solved. What we need to take are problems that need to be solved. That means industry connect.
Correct.
Now within industry, therefore, how do you do directed research? So today we have 19 partners. They fund all the PhDs. But on what? On problems of interest to them.
Correct.
Where the underlying science is there. I'll give you an example, because I'm more familiar with this. For example, I chair the Reliance Innovation Council, which has John Mary Lane, the Nobel laureate, as a member, Bob Grubbs from Caltech, the Nobel laureate, as a member, George Whitesides from Harvard, the highest cited scientist in the world, but market cap is $30 billion. Saraswati Lakshmi going together. Amazing fellows are members. Bill Assertine, Human Genome Science, is a member and so on. So we are also looking at, what shall I say, futuristic technology. So when oil prices were shooting up, we went into algae to oil. Now, what do? You have algae, you have water, you have nutrients, you pick up carbon dioxide, and in the presence of sunlight, you have photosynthesis and you convert it to the lipids and then to oil. Right? That's the process. But the basic issue is that how do you capture a photon most effectively? And how do you convert it into proton? There is a deep science. Reliance is incapable of doing it. So what we did was that we had PhD students who would look into this, actually. And the results are absolutely amazing because we did that deep science. Suddenly, I mean, world's best efficiencies today are in the pond that we have set up in Jamnagar, next to sort of Jamnagar. We don't publicize it much, but that happened. So the deeper scientific insight was something that was funded. So there are 19 industries who have their own problems and connected with that some deep science that is. So we are solving problems that need to be solved rather than that can be solved. And industry is prepared to pay that.
Correct.
So why don't we adopt such a model?
Wonderful.
As a matter of fact, industry will come,
Very nice.
basically. So I think these are the 3 points I wanted to make. First was the assured, how do we make success, create a matrix so that you have a rigor. And you will have a rigor not only in selection, funding, also monitoring. Whether it is remaining assured. Monday ko assured hai, Tuesday ko hoga kya? Because there are sort of continuous changes. I think that is one part. The second is, in order to fund risky ideas which can be game changing. Finally, I'll tell you, supposing MIT writes thousands of papers, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. But one paper, which is a game changer for the whole world, can put MIT in a completely different sort of orbit. That's the second one. And third is this partnership mode.
Right.
With a sort of novel model,
What one
etc.
needs,
So these are the 3 things I like to put together, all based on my own experience, nothing from the textbook. Okay?
Very good.
And we can do it.
So, feel free.
I have a question, sir. I have a question here. So the World Bank is now worried about the TB resistance in India. As you have raised a very valid point.
Yeah.
And they are now coming up, the drug resistance has come up. And now they have made B6 mandatory for the TB patient along with the multi-drugs. My suggestion to the scientific world is this: rather than everybody is running for the bacteria, the scientists can go to the food fortification, because our country is having like no 2 meals are available to many of the more than 50 million people. So the scientists can come up with the simple ideas with the food fortification in the midday meal, so that in the future children they will not develop TB. This can be a good idea. And food fortification is like MIT, we have people who are doing the food research and all. They can have something food fortification, like they have puri aloo, they put something in that so that TB is prevented, and double-blind studies can be given very simple solutions. That was my
Very good. I
suggestion.
think that was your suggestion. Well noted. Any other question? Where want to still?
No, let's hear.
Yeah.
So just a comment, it's really an honor and privilege to listen to Dr. Mashirkar again. Just wanted to bring to the notice of everybody present that one of our students from AIB Noida, Harni Swaminathan, she went under that IIT Monash scheme for a PhD program in science policy.
Yes.
So,
So
I just wanted
yes, you are
to,
witness to that. Yes.
yeah. So like she was very excited. So I just wanted to bring to the notice of everybody here.
Very good. Very good.
That was like I think 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
She did her integrated BTech plus MTech
So
program.
we do 1 year at Monash and 2 years at 2 to 3 years
yes.
at.
She actually chose to work on science policy because she also went to Washington DC as part of the exchange program, got interested in science policy. But and I think that was just starting at that point of time, the IIT Monash.
Yeah.
Currently, this facility is available for the institutions of eminence, but I think the government should open it up to all leading universities. Clubbing of 2 universities together for a degree of PhD and.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dr. Mashirkar, I remember when you were in CSIR and our DG, you emphasized 2 things a lot. Number 1, if you said you earn 1 rupee, CSIR will give you 1 rupee. That means if we develop a project, then CSIR will help. And second thing, that collaborate with industry. And that's what I am also emphasizing recently with one of the Nobel laureate in New York, I have written innovative hub roadmap. And in that I emphasize that we must collaborate with industry, and especially these days it's very important to have a better environment. We must work for environment, and we should see that industry should also work on sustainable development, which is very important.
Sure, see, it has been mandated now. It's very important. They look at triple bottom line, so as to say. If you look at the annual reports also, there is a compulsory section on sustainability and on what they have done. But their definition of sustainability is to get technology from here and there and use it.
Right.
What I'm saying is that we must, see, all this make in India is fine. But make in India and invent in India and make in India, design in India and make in India, not assembled in India. See, my thinking on this is very different. Like this iPhone, Foxconn makes it in China. 4.5 million jobs are created. How much does Foxconn take away? $10 per iPhone sold. How much does Apple take away? $250. So we have three options. One is sweat it out, get $10 but 4.5 million jobs. Other thoda bheja lagao, innovate karo, Apple jaise, or $250 but few jobs. Third is get the $10, also get the $250. So ये करना है ना, and in order to do that, the kind of partnership, the third thing that I talked about, see, these are meaningful partnerships. Just getting money from industry and doing something is not my idea. Finally, it must make a difference. They must be able to pole vault from the rest of the world, basically. नहीं तो increment will be not 10%, 10 times, 10x. Larry Page also says 10x, but for him, 10x means 10 times better and 10 times more expensive. For us, 10 times better and 10 times cheaper. Basically, it's a double whammy. And how do we give grand challenges where we say, ye karo? You know, in my mother's name, I have created Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award. I'll just give you an example. That award, I don't give to best practice. Because I'm not a believer in best practice, because then you are copying somebody's best practice. You'll be always behind. I'm a believer in next practice.
Right. After the
So this is the 8th year of the award. It's a small sort of this thing, just 1 lakh award. But if you look at the awardees, it is incredible. For example, year before last, we gave it to Eyebreast, Mir Shah. His mother-in-law died by breast cancer, and the reason was her mammography was not done. I mean, you know, she was afraid of mammogram because it is painful. So he said, I will do something which is absolutely non-invasive. So he created, using very high technology, something that is totally non-invasive. You move it around the breast and you are able to, yes. And it is FDA approved, US, also CE certified in Europe. So it is cost not $150 per scan or per $1. And now GE Life Science and they have formed a partnership and they are going to 25 countries now. Alright? Affordable excellence. Affordable because it is $1, excellence because it's accuracy. The second one went to Rahul Rastog. Rahul Rastog's father had a challenge on the heart. So in the middle of the night, you have to take him to hospital. You know, and then you lie down, literally, the nurse stands, paper read out, half an hour gone, etc. etc. He said, why? So he created something which is completely non-invasive. It is an ECG that you can carry in your own pocket, basically. And the way it is designed is you put to your two thumbs for 15 seconds. Sensor, this is your heart. 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. 15, 15, 15 seconds. That's all. And if you have downloaded an app called Sanket, which is over here, your ECG will come on your, okay? And as accurate as a 12 lead. Of course, I got a help from Tata Trust because when we gave him the award, it was 6 lead only. But I said, you must make it 12 lead. He said, it will cost 46 lakh because he was putting money from it. I said, don't worry. I went to Tata Trust, showed to them, and they wrote a check for 46 lakh in 48 hours. That's how it is done. Today, you know, if you go to Dr. Reddy Apollo, they are already using it for monitoring sort of this. And you can buy Sanket, by the way. Go to Amazon and put Sanket, and you can actually buy it and start sort of monitoring. Cost per scan 5 rupees. Mishkin Ingawale. He went to villages and found, for example, that women were dying of anemia. Why? Because their low hemoglobin levels were not getting detected in time. Why? Because they were afraid to give their blood. Why? Because they thought that was something precious. So he said, I will do something non-invasive. So he used cutting-edge technology. Photophotospectrography, spectrophotometry, advanced software on photon scattering, okay? And created a sort of a device by which you can just put it around your wrist and you know how much is the hemoglobin. In fact, when we gave the award, Anu Aga gave the award, by the way. So he came along with that, just put it around her, finger, not around the wrist, and said 11.2, be careful. Now you can just imagine the cost is just 10 rupees per scan. Non-invasive, entire woman population of this. So what I'm talking about is 10 rupees, 5 rupees, $1. Extremely affordable, but excellence in terms of technology. Can we start therefore giving such targets, basically? And these are all people, young people, by the way, 20 to 30, huh? All of them.
Very right.
I'm just illustrating. I think when we talk about universities, there has to be excellence but also relevance. And relevance to what? Relevance to our country. Society. So all that I described just now is relevant to our country, but at the same time, it is excellence.
Excellent. In general.
You know? So I think changing that and sort of creating that inspiration will drive these young people, because these young people are very different. Like the example I gave today, they want to create their own Microsofts, etc. But at the same time, they are trying to create things of the kind that I talked about, benefit society.
So I want to say
I have just one.
Yeah, just one second. Yeah.
so wonderful. I mean, what you're saying, and I have realized that as basic scientists we are trained, we need to change our DNA, and precisely MIT is doing that. In fact, we are bound to think in that line, how to innovate, how to excel, and in fact, to the extent that you are also required to always foresee what is the outcome. So it is really.
I like that, by the way.
Yes.
When I was going around, you were not talking about output in terms of papers or patents. You are talking about outcomes.
Right.
That's fantastic. I like that.
So we are trying, but it's a beginning.
I agree.
And the way we have hired our colleagues, I tell you, we'll do it.
200%. Sorry, I think you were.
So first, it was a privilege to listen to you. But I have two questions on your two comments. One was that on your innovation and invention, I'm adding another angle into it, regulation. And just a week before, myself and the Vice Chancellor, Professor P.V. Sharma, we had a long discussion on how we can bring innovation in our systems. So two programs which you have quoted, that you started up a program with the University of Monash. Similarly, we brought a similar innovation. Presently, Monash and University of Melbourne, they have the joint PhD programs with the IITs. And the Government of India and Ministry of HRD, they are actually approving it. We were able to tie up, and it was, believe me, very difficult task to go to Monash, go to Melbourne, and go to La Trobe. Now these three universities have agreed to tie up with MIT. So we have, in principle, our agreement. But my question is that as per the regulation, so sometimes you want to innovate, but the regulation stops you. So we really want to do it. But when we discussed, and we had a long discussion with Professor Sharma, with you.
That is where you have to pole wall. What you are talking about, that there is a wall which I can't break. I'm sorry, what I'm saying is that you do innovation by which you jump over the wall. And you have to learn to be able to do things despite the government. Sorry.
Correct. Very good.
Not because of the government. There are many things that have happened which have been despite the government, not because of the government. I think it requires completely out of the box thinking, basically. Honestly, I'll tell you.
So your recommendation is that one should take risk because that
Absolutely.
one of the recommendations
There
is
is
still
no
you
profit
recommend.
without risk, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know, the program that I talked about basically are all. In fact, you would not know when the Limitly program was proposed. Basically, that was also done in a very interesting way. You know how the Limitly program came up? Year was 2000. Yashwant Sinha was the finance minister. 10 February. 20th February he was going to announce the budget. I mean, you know, because it was a leap year, so 28th. 29. So, 10th February I got a call. Dr. Mashelkar, I want something by which you will be able to, we will be able to excite the scientific community. You get the point? So, give me something which I can announce in the budget. Okay? No, Dr. Murli Manoj Joshi, nobody. Huh? There is a direct talk from Finance Minister with me. So I said, sir, how much time do I have? He said 30 minutes. As usual, I mean, okay. And I remember calling Sunil from our office and dictating New Millennium Indian Technology Leadership Initiative, saying that India has not led, it has always followed. Let us lead. And that cannot be done unless industry is partnering. But industry will not be prepared to take risks. So government takes risks and give the risk money. That is the venture capital, not venture but adventure capital. Where, okay. And I sent it to him and I said, we take up grand challenges for the country, like the TB one that I talked about and so on. Within an hour, I got a feedback from his secretary saying that FM loves it. The only thing he asked was how much. I not thought about that, but TDP, which was playing safe, Technology Development Board, was 50 crores. So I said, why not 50 crores for gambling? And it was approved. And then all that they asked me was to give 5 lines, and they were read out in the parliament. Dr. Murli Manoj Joshi heard it for the first time in the parliament. He never went to Ministry of Science and Technology. Planning commissions was supposed to write the paychecks. They never thought about it. So we did things in a completely unorthodox way. Otherwise, Limitly would not have come. But most importantly, when it was put down, the financial advisor said, by definition, you are funding risk. So I cannot be a part of it. I said, you please write a 1-page comment on that this cannot be approved, and I will write a 2-page one overruling you. Okay, so that your job is protected because her confidential reports are written by finance minister, and that's what we did. So unless you took all these risks, did things sort of in a different way, nothing would happen.
So let me also bring the focus. Today, Amity in research and innovation, the trajectory in which we are growing, the pace at which we are growing is really commendable. But what the founder raised that question, how do you bring the best out of the self-actualization of a scientist, a researcher, a research scholar, and a faculty to blossom as the best? Because we have 2 dreams. First is, one is to be number 1 in the country first in innovation. So what do we create in terms of ecosystem, the motivation, intrinsic motivation? The other one is Nobel Prize. Why not Amity produces the Nobel Prize from our campuses? So if we have to achieve that level of excellence as a university, what are the measures? One, we have brought senior people like you are sitting here, and there are young, energetic group we have brought with 10 years, 15 years postdoc experience abroad. We have the human resource. We are creating the infrastructure, and now, like patents, 1,040 patents, 12,500 publications in top journals. This all happened in the last 8 years. But now, if that has been leapfrogged to a pole vaulting to that level, what as a university, as an Amity group, we should do?
That is what I precisely said, raise the level of your aspiration.
That's right.
Raise the level of your aspiration, solve problems
Right.
that can't be just easily solved, or write patterns that can be bypassed very easily. But create things which are, it is all about raising the bar, by the way. basically. See, for example, to rate the quality, and she would remember that, the first thing I did was that high impact factor publications. I used to give the list of all 40 laboratories. And the highest impact factor, average impact factor, etc. was used as the first. Then I raised the bar. I said, that is fine. That means now you are playing in the top league. But are you scoring goals?
Correct.
Are you making a difference? So I said, now I will look at only those papers which appear on the cover page. Because they will not appear on the cover page unless you have made a big difference.
Exactly.
And in my presentations to the society, the Prime Minister, I only used to show those papers. So start putting those bars and say that
Raise the
those
bar.
break.
This year we had 2 on the cover pages.
Wonderful. I saw that. He had sent me a note, by the way, and I was so delighted.
And
actually to see
we
that.
publish in Nature
Yes,
Genetics,
and
Nature
then
Biotechnology.
pick up those people, honor them, reward them.
Right.
Not just monetary, but the founder president having a dinner with them. You just don't know. It is not the physical income. It is the psychic income.
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic, that matters. So you're continuously raising that bar, and not 2, but 20.
One of the
Not
people-
20, but 50. Now, once that happens, basically, you start getting counted.
Dr. Das, you have
Critical
some
mass.
question?
First of all, so my very nice example, but they are on selected cases. But problem is that in the ground level, that in these colleges or in the research students or in the university, how we inculcate the temper that will lead to the excellence that you said about. You see, these are excellence, some coming, some fragmentary, somewhere you have given an award from your mother's the foundations, but they are selected cases. But then how to inculcate,
I
because
wouldn't put that way.
yeah,
What I am saying is that the samples of what can be achieved if you are driven. And for the 3 cases that I gave, I can give 300 basically who are capable of doing that. What happens is that they get stalled somewhere. I think the basic point is that intrinsically people are capable of thinking disruptively and creating it. But moving from invention to innovation, somewhere it gets stalled. See, for example, as you know, in the country, where is the gap today? The gap is, if you talk about venture capital, it has become vulture capital. It almost is private equity.
Kumar Sundram?
Before that, for the proof of concept, you require money. And where that money can go down the drain, basically, so who is giving that? That's the issue. Okay? So there are many measures, in fact, including CSR, by the way. I mean, we had 26,000 crore last year as 2% of net profit. And what I'm telling them is that they were trying to push incubators under CSR. I said there are enough incubators now. When these young people come up with these breakthrough ideas, and I can give you for 3 that I have talked about, 30 basically. But they all die because there is no Mashelkar who takes them to Tata Trust and gives you 46 lakh.
Valley of death.
There are 300 basically, valley of death. So we require that sort of kind of a support. So I actually proposed this time to our corporate governance sort of ministry that you start actually even for proof of concept of breakthrough ideas. Basically, CSR money can be used. Actually, you can see what difference it can make. So the basic issue is that there are multitude of these things. They don't get, for one Anjani Mashelkar award that I give, I get 300 to 400 applications, including from abroad, from MIT. Can you imagine? Even from Pakistan. So for one award that we give, there are 20, 25 as good, but what do we do?
Sir, in MIT we have already learned how to create the culture and how to inculcate the temper.
So
and that is why many good things are happening. But I think after your visit to our university, we will be jumping over the wall.
No, but that's what we require. Pole vault. There is no other the strength of the pole, the size of the aspiration is kept high. So I'm sure you can.
The pole is basically a mechanism.
Thank you. Using everything, including high technology, would love to see to sort of move that, because this is doing it completely differently. Innovation is all about doing it differently. But for what? Not just to be smart, but to make a difference. You know. So I'll connect you.
Who is the person?
That's a good.
Yeah, one Parag.
Parag.
No, we will.
That person from Pune, about IPR.
Yeah. IPR also. I have suggested Dr. Arvind Chinchure.
Because it was-
Yeah. I will.
We look forward to all of it.
Okay.
Founder, I think if we turn this way, everyone can come in the photo as a.
Okay, we can match it with the photograph. No, because anybody will, from the outside, ask you what was spoken and write a book. So all those who are here, and anybody write a one sentence, send to me by email, will get a book.
Oh, this is leadership. This is leadership. That's why we have.
That's all, okay?